Hello again, viewer, and welcome to another even episode of People's Questions. Now, I'm actually going to try to get 4 questions in this time, and since it is an even episode, I will be giving out another question at the end of the episode, in which you can then win another $20 PlayStation gift card. Now, as I stated in my last episode, the winner of the last 2 questions, Spectral Shadow, has agreed that he will not enter in this contest just to give a fair chance to someone else to win. But I personally am daring you to at least answer the question to see if you can get it right, because I'm pretty sure no one's going to win this contest this time. I'm pretty sure. And let's get into your questions. The first two, actually come from Spectral Shadow, and his first question is, will I ever go back to hardcore trophy hunting? Now, for those of you who do not know, yes, I was a hardcore trophy hunter, and I've right now gone to a bit of a retirement mode. I think I've stopped at about 4,070, and I'll come back as soon as one of my friends gets more than me, which I'm pretty sure will not happen for some time, or someone who has more than I do already finds me. I know there are people out there who do have more trophies than I do, but the chances of me meeting them on the PlayStation Network is pretty remote, so pretty safe. I think the closest one of my friends is probably a little bit about 600 trophies behind me, and he doesn't really go for trophies that much, so it might take him a while. And Spectral Shadow's second question is, what do I think of the upcoming Assassin's Creed 3 game? Now, I would just like to state and give a little history lesson about my experience with the Assassin's Creed series. I played Assassin's Creed 1 a number of years ago at a friend's house while I was visiting him, and I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes, so I instantly hated Assassin's Creed 1. And I still have not played it since then. I tried, still couldn't get past the first 10 minutes, so I'm not even going to bother. When they announced Assassin's Creed 2, I thought it was a stupid idea, but I rented it from GameFly, and I was instantly addicted to this game. And I spent hours upon hours, and I was like, dang, how do I like this game so much, yet hate the first one? And yeah, I still play it now. And then Brotherhood came out, and although this one, I don't think the story's quite as good as Assassin's Creed 2, simply because I just don't think there's enough character development and story changing and just the mood of it. However, I do think the gameplay of having to build your own assassins and having them come and help you, I thought that was a really cool idea, and yeah, I'm still pretty hooked on this game too. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same thing for Assassin's Creed Revelations. I don't know how long this game's been out, but I have not beaten it. I'm maybe 2 hours in. I think I'm only at chapter 3, and I got bored of it, and so it's just been really sitting in its box just collecting dust, and I don't know, I guess every once in a while I try to take it out and try to play it for a little bit, and I just get bored of it. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to beat it before 3 comes out, so I have a number of months. So yeah, that's how I feel. But as for Assassin's Creed 3, I'm really pumped up. We're going to the American Revolution. We're playing a completely different character, and just the idea of having this character be able to meet this country's founding fathers is really what has got me really pumped up. Because could you imagine me, maybe carrying out personal assassination missions for George Washington, or maybe if we're lucky, we might be able to sign the Declaration of Independence, which chances are that won't happen. Or even cooler, what if Benjamin Franklin ended up being your assassin, your weapons builder? I mean, how cool is that? We had Leonardo da Vinci work for Ezio, so why not Benjamin Franklin? Both of them are kind of scientists, so I think that will work out very well. So yeah, I'm very excited for Assassin's Creed 3, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it, and I'll be able to put out a surely great review when it comes out. Now, next question comes from another good friend of mine, named Smooth Ace, and Smooth Ace wants to know, do I think Kingdom Hearts 3 will come out this generation, or do you think it will suffer the same fate as the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Now, Smooth Ace, I'm pretty sure that if the Kingdom Hearts 3 game will come out, I doubt it'll be this year. Simply because the team that actually works with Kingdom Hearts is actually working on Final Fantasy Versus, so there's a lot of personal hope from me that that game will be great, and it will be, as I've said before, that will be the absolutely last Final Fantasy game I play in the Direct series. Yeah. But, we're not sure what's going on with Square. Square's been teasing a Final Fantasy VII remake for who knows how many years, and they're not gonna just put that game out. That's what you call like what I call a golden ticket game. That's like a game they make under the worst circumstances, like if the company is like in trouble with money or something, because they keep coming out with excuses saying they would take too long. They can't do it. It will just take too many people working on too many things. Trust me, you give that game to an American company, they will have that game out in a year and a half, 2 years tops. Because there's one thing that American publishers like to do, and that's make money and get it fast. Ask Activision. They put out a Call of Duty game every year, and for somehow it manages to gain even more money than the last game. We're not sure why, but yeah, trust me. So I don't think it's quite in limbo. If anything, we'll probably see it on the PlayStation 4 or the next PlayStation console. I do think it will eventually come out, but I don't think it'll come out this gen. And the last question of the day comes from Max is Really Funny, and he would like to know, why is Final Fantasy VII the most important game I've ever played? It's the most important game I've ever played simply because it's really the game that made me the gamer I am today. It kind of showed me that you actually can tell a very compelling story, and you can have realistic characters in a fantasy world, and it works. I would definitely say that out of all the Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite cast of characters in the Final Fantasy series, and it's really the series. And on top of that, Final Fantasy VII also has the record of taking me the longest to beat. That game took me 12 or 13 years to beat. There's a whole story on how that happened. I know that might sound kind of ridiculous that a game takes that long to beat, but there's a good reason. If you want to know, maybe ask it down below, and I'll tell you why it took me so long to beat. It just has, I don't know, it's kind of like that. The best way I could describe why it's so important, it's kind of like, it's like one of your childhood memories. Once you see it, it just, you just cherish it, and it just never gets boring. It has personal meaning. It's like me watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers today. I can still watch it today and enjoy it just as much as I did when I was 5 or 6 years old, simply because it was one of the things that I enjoyed so much when I was younger. Just because I enjoyed it then means I can still enjoy it now. I mean, I still watch old school Disney movies. I mean, they're timeless. So I guess that's why Final Fantasy VII is just the most important one. It's just a timeless game for me. It never gets boring, and it just has a meaning to the fact that this game really allowed me to play all these other great games. And that's something I think all of us can say, that we have that one game that just, started it all for us, and we love that game. Now that we get your questions out of the way, I have a few announcements, one or two announcements before I get into my question. Number one, no, I will not be doing a Hunger Games movie review tomorrow. A couple of my friends tried to trick me into seeing this movie. I looked into it myself after they told me to go blind, but after seeing a couple of pre-reviews comparing it to something else that I absolutely hate and loathe, I decided I'm not going to put myself. I already put myself to this crap for 4 years. I have no intention on putting myself through this exact thing for another number of years. Trust me, I already dealt with this crap once. I'm not going through it again. In fact, this weekend I'm actually going to review not just a good movie, not just a great movie, but an amazing film that is 10 times better than the crap that's about to come out this weekend. I'm going to review Terminator 2 on Blu-ray. This is probably the first rated R movie I ever saw growing up. And it still holds its place today as probably being one of the greatest sequels of all time. If not, probably one of the greatest science fiction action movies of all time. So get ready for this one this week, tomorrow. And also, I recently posted a video of all the movies I will be seeing this year, and I gave like a pre-rating. Basically, these are the scores I give each of these movies going in. These aren't the official review. This isn't the official scores of these movies. Basically, just look at the scores. This is what I would give the movie before seeing it, and then when the movie comes out, I can give my official review of it, and I can compare the two scores of how I thought the movie was going to be and how it ended up actually being. And if you have any questions on that video, I've left the link down here, and just write any comment. I will answer every single one of the comments put down there, because I have a logical explanation for all the ratings I give. And with that, it's time we get into the question. Now, I'm pretty sure no one's going to get this one, and it's a lot simpler. If you ever do get to meet me in person, the one thing you'll notice about me is that I always carry this key around. Now, and that's the question that I want someone out there to figure. And that's, what does this key symbolize to me? Now, I'm pretty sure no one out there is going to get this question, because I'm pretty sure I've never told anybody. And if someone miraculously does get this answer right, which I doubt, it'll be because I told them and I didn't remember telling them. But I'm pretty sure I've never told anyone. So yeah, that is this contest's question. What does this key symbolize to me? If you have your answer, remember, send it to my PSN ID, which will be shown at the end of the video. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer on a future episode of the People's Questions, please comment down below, or send it to my email, or send it to my PSN, and I will get it up as soon as I can, or I will let you know exactly what episode is going to be. Good luck, everybody. Please like, comment down below, and subscribe up top. And like always, thank you for watching. See you next time, and good luck.